It's here. Something just shifted, and if you're not paying attention, you'll miss the signal entirely. This isn't just a full moon aftermath, it's a spiritual checkpoint, a quiet but powerful warning. Not everyone will feel it, but if you do, it means something rare is unfolding inside you. A final chapter, a closing loop. And if you ignore the signs, there may not be another chance like this again in this lifetime, or any lifetime. There are souls here to learn the basics. They come back again and again, like students who keep repeating the same grade. But then there are the few, the ones who were never here to repeat. You weren't sent to Earth to play small roles in someone else's script. You were sent here to finish what others couldn't, to complete a mission that spans lifetimes. The full moon didn't just shine, it stripped the veil. It unearthed something ancient inside you, like a lock turning inside your DNA. And once it starts unlocking, nothing looks the same again. If you've felt strange lately, more detached from people, less impressed by the noise of the world, more aware of things you can't quite explain, it's not in your head. You're not going crazy, you're waking up. Think of your soul like an old lighthouse. It's not just flickering randomly. It's responding to a deeper cosmic tide, one that only the oldest, most evolved souls can feel. There's a saying, the final exam always feels the hardest, not because the questions are tricky, but because your soul already knows the answers, and the time to act is now. If you've been feeling like something is pulling you forward faster than you can explain, stop scrolling. This message found you for a reason. You didn't click this by accident, and if you're feeling that chill in your chest or that sudden lump in your throat, that's your soul nodding, that's remembrance kicking in. So, if this is already resonating, do your part to help spread this message. Like this video, subscribe for more, and drop the number 77 in the comments to claim your alignment and help this reach someone else who needs it. You are not alone in this awakening. You're part of a rare few whose soul clock just struck its final hour. And now, let's go deeper, because the signs are already showing. You just need to know where to look. 1. The world starts to feel fake. And here's where the shift becomes undeniable. You start looking around and asking yourself, wait, has the world always been this fake? Everything begins to feel hollow, like you're walking through a movie set where people still believe the props are real and the script is truth. You smile when you're supposed to. You nod at the right moments. But inside, you're no longer fooled. It's like waking up mid-dream and realizing everyone else is still sleeping, with their eyes wide open. You move through crowds, but feel like a ghost in your own body. Conversations echo around you like recycled lines in a show you've already seen. The chase for status, for titles, for clout. It doesn't impress you anymore. In fact, it exhausts you. While others are busy playing characters, you're quietly realizing the stage itself was always an illusion. It's not that you're better, it's that your vision has shifted. The veil has thinned. That full moon? It didn't just light the sky. It lit up the places within you that have been asking, is this it? And once you see through the illusion, you can't go back to pretending. Some people might call you distant. They might say you're disconnected, but they're wrong. You're more connected than ever, just not to the noise, not to the distractions. You're plugged into something deeper now, something timeless. It's like you've become the sky watching the storm, not the tree shaking in the wind. You see others getting swept up in gossip, games, and chaos, and it doesn't tempt you anymore. You've outgrown it. That invisible wall between you and them, that's not coldness, that's clarity. You're not losing touch, you're gaining depth. And when you reach this place, you stop reacting and start witnessing. Because the final cycle doesn't ask you to play the game. It asks you to see the game for what it really is. 2. You feel as others, not just for them. At some point it stops being empathy and becomes embodiment. You don't just feel for others anymore. You feel as them. Their pain echoes in your bones. Their joy pulses through your chest. You walk into a room and pick up on moods like signals bouncing off invisible antennas. And no, you didn't choose this sensitivity. You became it, not overnight, but over lifetimes. This isn't weakness. This is soul memory. It's as if your spirit has walked through so many fires that now, when someone else is burning, your skin reacts as if it's your own flame. A stranger's tears feel familiar. A child's silent fear stirs something ancient in you. You scroll past a video of someone suffering, and it lingers in your system like smoke in your lungs. It's not something you can turn off. And honestly, you're not supposed to. You might wonder, why do I feel everything so deeply when others can stay numb? That's because they're still building the bridge. You are the bridge. You carry threads of humanity's shared sorrow inside you, not to drown in it, but to help transmute it. During the recent full moon, this sensitivity may have intensified. You felt flooded, emotional, confused by a grief that wasn't yours, but it was ours. You were feeling the collective. A soul in its final life doesn't carry pain as personal anymore. It carries it as purpose. This is why kindness makes you cry, why cruelty turns your stomach, why you pick up tension others pretend doesn't exist. You don't talk about it, not because you're hiding, but because language doesn't do it justice. And this weight, it's not a burden, it's a vow, a quiet promise between you and the divine. I'll help carry what others can't. You don't need applause for that. The universe already knows. Because when the soul matures, compassion stops being an emotion. It becomes a frequency, ancient, cosmic, and beautifully unshakable. 3. Chaos becomes unbearable. There comes a time when chaos stops feeling thrilling and starts feeling toxic. You're not walking away from drama because you're scared of it. You're walking away because you've evolved past it. What used to ignite you now just feels heavy. Loud arguments, pointless debates, and emotional games, they feel like dust in your mouth, tasteless, draining, unnecessary. You've already lived lifetimes where you fought back, raised your voice, slammed the door. You've worn the armor, swung the sword, and bled from both. But now, you crave something else entirely. Not silence born of fear, but stillness born of wisdom. People may say you've gone quiet, soft, or distant, but they don't see the years etched into your spirit. They don't know the fires you've already walked through. You're not passive, you're precise. You've grown allergic to chaos pretending to be connection, to conversations that lead nowhere, to environments that drain more than they give. Peace is no longer a luxury, it's your oxygen, your sacred ground. And if someone calls your distance cold, let them. Because a soul near completion doesn't engage every battle. It listens, it observes, and then it walks away, knowing not everything deserves access to your energy anymore. 4. You're obsessed with truth. There comes a point when the noise of everyday life fades and the questions become deafening. Who am I? Why am I really here? What is all of this for? These aren't casual thoughts. They pulse through you like a second heartbeat. You can't ignore them anymore because they're not just questions. They're soul alarms. If you're in your final life cycle, this search for truth doesn't knock politely. It breaks the door down. You feel pulled towards something ancient and invisible, like gravity for the spirit. It's not a hobby, it's a hunger. You binge books, watch videos, study stars, revisit old teachings, and still feel like you're standing on the shoreline of something infinite. Not because you're behind, but because your soul remembers how deep it really goes. Surface talk becomes painful. Fake spirituality feels like sandpaper on your intuition. You don't want to be entertained. You want truth that cuts through you. You want answers that don't just make sense in your head, but settle in your bones. At first, it's overwhelming. You question if you're doing it right. But slowly, something clicks. You're no longer seeking truth, you're starting to embody it. Because near the end of the journey, the soul stops looking outward. It starts remembering inward. Speeds up instantly. One of the wildest shifts you'll notice near the end of your soul's journey is how fast karma moves. It used to take months, sometimes years, for life to respond to your actions. You'd plant a seed and wait a season to see what it grows into. But now, you breathe a thought, and reality adjusts like it heard you whisper. There's barely any delay between what you feel, what you think, and what shows up. Why? Because the universe took the training wheels off. You're not being tested slowly anymore. You've reached the advanced level where the mirror is crystal clear and instant. Speak from love and you'll see blessings drop into place. React from fear and chaos will wrap around you almost immediately. There's no longer a gap. The universe isn't punishing you. It's sharpening you. You're not being judged. You're being trusted. Every misaligned yes leaves a weight in your body. Every decision that goes against your inner truth leaves a bruise on your energy. But instead of spiraling, you rise into ownership. Radical responsibility becomes your new rhythm. You stop blaming the past. You stop waiting for signs. You become the sign. This is what full co-creation feels like. Precise, unforgiving, empowering. And you earned every bit of it. 6. Service becomes instinct, not a role. There comes a shift so subtle most people miss it, but you feel it in your bones. Service stops being a thing you try to do and starts becoming who you are. You don't do good deeds for praise. You don't show up to be noticed. You move with the quiet intention of someone who remembers why they came here. You start catching things other people don't. The way someone's eyes glaze over when they say they're okay. The pause before a laugh that doesn't feel real. You sense weight in the air, even when no words are spoken, and your instinct is to ease it, not for applause, not for clout. Because that's simply how your soul breathes now. You're no longer seeking fulfillment through spotlight moments. You've learned the power of the ripple, a calm energy, a soft word, a presence that doesn't demand but heals. You don't need to lead the room, you just anchor it, and the more you give, the more alive you feel. It's a strange kind of nourishment, the kind that comes not from being filled, but from being poured into others. You're not here to be famous, you're here to be felt. And sometimes the most powerful thing you do is done in silence. 7. Letting go becomes natural. Letting go used to feel like dying, like something slipping through your fingers you were supposed to hold tighter. But now, it feels like truth. Like finally setting a bird free and realizing it was never meant to live in a cage, even if that cage was golden. You've lived enough lives to see the pattern. Everything rises, everything fades. Every hello carries its own goodbye. People, titles, routines, they come, they shape you, and then they fall away. And instead of gripping harder, you open your hands, not from indifference, but from wisdom. You no longer believe that love must be permanent to be real. You no longer chase certainty. You move with the rhythm of the moment, not the illusion of control. There's a softness now, a quiet peace. You find beauty in passing things, a glance that lingers, a conversation that feels like lightning in a bottle. You don't cling, you savor. You don't let go because you've stopped caring. You let go because you finally understand the gift of presence, the now. You're not afraid to lose anymore. You're afraid to miss it while it's here. Because when you stop fearing endings, you realize you never needed to grip the wave. You are the wave. 8. You become the purpose. In the beginning, purpose felt like a finish line, something distant, something you had to hunt down, name, master, and maybe even post about. You asked, what am I supposed to do? and searched the world for roles to fit into: healer, teacher, creator, guide. But as your soul matured, something unexpected happened. The searching quieted, and in that silence, something clicked. You realized you were never meant to chase purpose. You were meant to be it, not in the loud, dramatic way, but in the way you carry your energy into a room, in the way you see someone hurting and choose to stay, in the way you fold your laundry with love or offer stillness when the world is screaming. Your life stopped being about titles and started being about tone, the frequency you hold, the vibration you leave behind. Your presence became your power, not what you do, but how you do it, how you move, how you feel, how you listen. Even the small, quiet moments became sacred. You stopped looking for your calling because you realized you are the calling. Every breath you take in alignment is an answered prayer. Every act of presence is your purpose unfolding. You've become the very thing you once tried to find. And if you've made it this far, it's not by accident. Your soul recognized the message. You're remembering who you've always been. If this spoke to you, like the video, subscribe for more, and comment the number 77 below to claim your alignment and help this reach another awakened soul.